Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of WITM. Episode number 3, we saw Corey main event SmackDown's minor show, main event in his SmackDown debut. It'd be a very good back and forth match with one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champion Cesaro, but it would be Cesaro picking up the victory with the third of 3 neutralizers. Episode number 5, we're going to be having Team hashtag DIY of NXT taking on the doubly hardcore cruisers of SmackDown in the main event of the first Velocity, not under the ECW brand. Before that, we have 2 promos, one by the Cruiserweight champion TJ Perkins and one by Brian Kendrick. Alright, so first we have a couple matches. Lince Dorado wins a rivalry match over Tony Nese, 2 Cruiserweight Classic members. We have Chad Gable versus Xavier Woods. The game tried to book this as American Alpha versus New Day, represented by Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Apparently, it ignores the weight limits if you're involved in a tag team, so I had to rebook this as a singles match. Gable and Woods are each eligible for Velocity, and they face each other one-on-one. And it's going to be Xavier Woods of New Day defeating Chad Gable of American Alpha. And now it's time for a promo by our Cruiserweight champion, TJ Perkins. You have to wonder what Andrew is going to think of this. Yeah, my voice is a little off on the recordings today, or I don't talk as much. I apologize, I have a little bit of a allergy cold. And since I haven't picked out an official Velocity theme yet, I will work on that. We'll play a first song I could think of having to do with Velocity or high flying, and that is Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters as our menu music today. Alright, TJ Perkins about to speak. We'll get to hear his theme inspired by Mega Man 2, which I think is pretty cool. TJ Perkins taking the gamer gimmick idea that I tried and flopped with to begin Season 2 and seemingly making it better. And here is our Cruiserweight champion, TJ Perkins.
He really loves that mic. He does look pretty determined. Let's listen in as he addresses the WWE Universe. Shh.
You know what really cheeses my biscuits? Not getting the recognition I deserve. You guys know that I'm the best athlete to step inside this ring ever. Still, I'm constantly battling to prove myself time and time again. I am too darn good to be doing that. So tonight, I present to you my WWE Superstar Manifesto. Lately, the quality of the competition around here has been sinking like the Titanic. And here I stand inside this ring without so much as an acknowledgement from the authority. You know what I say. Screw that. It's time that they realize that the greatest talent on their roster is standing in this very ring right now. Since I'm so great, I'm going to put on a show for the WWE Universe. I'm putting out a challenge to the whole WWE locker room. I'm officially declaring this open season for a fight Whoever wants to can come out and fight me in any match they want. Change is inevitable, especially when we have a superstar like me who's ready to embrace and cause it. I can understand why everyone in the back is afraid of change. You're happy with where you are. Let me tell you something. Complacency is the road to expiration, and I'm too darn good to stop trying until I am legendary. It all boils down to this. I'm too darn good to continue down the path I'm on, so starting right now, I'm changing things up. The new version of me you're about to see around here will be even more amazing than the current version. And I'm sorry for all the superstars who go up against me, because they're going to fall, one by one.
Well, now we all know what lies in store for us.
Now that's how you address an issue in the WWE.
Now that the WWE Universe is pumped, we move into more WWE action.
Well, and to kick off our first major WITM storyline, there is a man that would like to challenge Andrew. Or, challenge TJ Perkins, rather, in a match of his choosing. This is the new video scene. It's not the greatest, so I'll have to pause and say, okay, Andrew speaking, but we'll check this out here. The video system, create a scene system. Alright, so we've got Andrew came to the ring to confront TJ Perkins. And can I just play the scene? Alright, we'll pause there. And, well, go a little bit farther. Alright, so Andrew in the ring to confront TJ Perkins. Let's hear what Andrew has to say. TJ, I respect you, and I am all about opportunities, no matter what anybody else supporting the authority will tell you. However, I regret to inform you that I am the true, rightful Cruiserweight Champion. I was never pinned or submitted for the true Cruiserweight Championship, and since Velocity is still around, I still meet the weight requirement, and I still meet the weight requirements. That means I am the rightful Cruiserweight Champion. And of course, there is somebody that has a rebuttal to that.
Style and grace, I'm never gonna be done. Lean on in. Now welcome to the kingdom.
Where the kings bow down, they relinquish the crown. Y'all gon' hit me now. I just turn that around and make you love me, love me, love me. The queendom, where the kings bow down, they relinquish the crown.
Stephanie McMahon in wrestling gear instead of manager gear. See if we can fast forward a bit. I guess not. We'll have to see if there's a way we can change her to her business attire rather than her wrestling attire for future scenes. But anyways, Stephanie McMahon with a rebuttal. Whoa, whoa, whoa now, Andrew. I realize that it's Saturday, the night that you used to hold your precious ECW, and I know that you had to have some stitches put in near your eyes after the absolute slaughtering you took by the hands of the Shield. If you take a good look around, this is not ECW Velocity. Velocity is now my show, and I myself and my husband Hunter have crowned our champion, and it is TJ Perkins, the winner of the Cruiserweight Classic. Surely a man who claims to be all about opportunity should clearly understand this, right? I know this is not the best way, but at least it's slightly better than the old speaking for the menus way. Andrew speaking again. And yes, I also realize it is the Raw arena, not the Velocity arena. It does not allow you to use created arenas for these scenes. Andrew speaking. I can see fine, but can you? Take a good look at that contract that your husband signed. By choosing to continue Velocity, he chooses to continue my reign as the Cruiserweight Champion. Therefore, the ECW Cruiserweight Championship is still very much alive. ECW still has one last remnant remaining, the ECW Cruiserweight Championship. And I promise you, it is not going anywhere anytime soon. Stephanie speaks. Andrew, I believe I've been more than generous to you after everything you've done to defy Hunter and myself. I gave you a main event on Superstars, in front of thousands watching on the WWE Network, against the United States Champion. And tonight, you can prove what you and Aries can do without that dead weight Corey who went on to my brother's show when you take on an up-and-coming NXT tag team and hashtag DIY. So please, for once in your life, let someone else have the spotlight. Let TJ have that amazing opportunity that you claimed you were all about giving people. Prove to all those doubters, including myself, that you are a man of your word. Andrew speaks. I am willing to give the opportunity, and I am a man of my word. That's why TJ Perkins will get the first opportunity at my Cruiserweight Championship, for the last time in front of the ECW faithful at Extreme Rules in 3 weeks. Stephanie speaks. How dare you? I am your boss now, Andrew. I make the matches, and I sure as heck ain't putting you on my pay-per-view. There will be hell to pay if you continue to defy my authority. Alright, so Andrew claims he is the true and rightful ECW, or the true and rightful Cruiserweight Champion. The ECW Cruiserweight Championship is still active, and Stephanie warning Andrew not to continue defying an authority. But in Andrew's mind, he is the true and rightful Cruiserweight Champion, and he has issued the challenge. TJ Perkins said he'll take on any match, anywhere. He has issued the challenge at Extreme Rules in 3 weeks. Andrew versus Perkins to determine the rightful Cruiserweight Champion. Will TJ accept? Will the authority allow Andrew to consider himself a Cruiserweight Champion? This storyline will continue in upcoming episodes of WITM, and in the next episode that will involve Velocity. Alright, it's time for another promo and another good entrance theme. This time, it's the Brian Kendrick.
This one is a lie. Sat around laughing and watched the last one die. Now I'm looking to the sky to save me. Looking for a sign of life. Looking for
We thought we might hear from him
I'm a
tonight.
man with a
Man, look how
plan.
tense he looks.
Let's listen in as he addresses the WWE Universe.
So listen up here now, the general masses. You ain't gonna learn it in your high school classes, 'cause it ain't written down. And you know that it's true. There's a lot of famous people witness telling the new and fame they say can be a serious earner. So put your weight on them on the afterburner. The story so far is one that I love.
You know, when I came out to the ring tonight, I had an entire speech ready to deliver. However, the second I stepped out into this arena, my mind went completely blank. Not because of nerves or lack of preparation, but because of the noxious stench that seems to emanate from this disgusting sewer of a town. How you people manage to exist is in this poor excuse for a city. Excuse me, them allergies. Is beyond me. You people don't even deserve to be in my presence, let alone hear what I have to say. So consider yourselves lucky that I don't feel like waiting any longer to speak my mind. I'm getting bored. Bored with the competition here. Every time I beat a superstar, I find myself with my hand raised, looking down at them, cringing in pain, and it's not enough. It's not enough to beat the same superstars over and over and over again. I want more. I want better competition. I want to make a statement. I want to show the world that I am better than anyone they've ever seen. And what the other WWE legends have in common with the Greek heroes of old, their greatness is just a myth. I'm the realest thing here you're gonna see.
Poking the bear.
Tonight is the night that people will be talking about for years to come. Tonight I make my mark on this business by taking one step closer to becoming the greatest superstar the world has ever known.
This place is electric after that.
Yeah, man, this is going to be a night to remember.
I'm a man with a plan.
The WWE versus Punk. We'll move into more WWE action coming up next.
So listen up here now, the general masses. You ain't gonna learn it in your high school classes, 'cause it ain't written down. And you know that it's true. There's a lot of famous people witness telling the new and fame they say can be a serious earner. So put your weight on.
Coming up next, we have one of our breakout talents in a match of epic proportions.
Alright, next up we got Finn Balor versus Hideo Itami, who currently holds the NXT Championship. And it's a victory for Finn Balor. And now it is time for episode 4 action. The team of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, still trying to learn how to pronounce that. In a video, I believe I heard it pronounced as Ciampa. Versus Austin Aries and Andrew. The Austin Aries, a note on him, he is my own creation. Does not look the best, but there was no Austin Aries up on Community Creations. I made my own, added his logos and stuff from the internet the best that I could. Got his beard and stuff down the best I could. Didn't work much on the face. Maybe I'll try to improve that later on. But that Austin Aries is the only Austin Aries up on Community Creations for PS4. It currently has 5 downloads over after being up for about 24 hours. And it is my very own creation to hold us over until someone makes a better one and adds it to Community Creations, likely building off of mine, or until his official model releases as DLC. Alright, so it's Team #DIY from NXT, Gargano and Ciampa, versus AA Hardcore Cruisers of SmackDown, Aries and Andrew. Here we go. Also get our first full look at the Velocity Arena, which I also created myself with a new color scheme, same as the real life Cruiserweight division,
Against a tuned
black
group
and
of
purple.
combatants. I gotta say, guys, I like the looks of both of these teams.
Run and tell all of the angels, this could take all night. Think I need a devil to help me get things right. Hook me up a new revolution.
The following tag team contest is an elimination tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 364 pounds, Johnny Gianfranco and the Psycho Thomas O'Chan.
The WWE Universe is on their feet in anticipation for this tag match.
And you can bet the universe will show their appreciation if this is a good one. I'd say this team looks like they have what it takes to walk away victorious tonight.
And their opponents first, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 201 pounds, Office
These two teams are ready to put it all out there for the WWE Universe.
These teams looking to make a mark here in the tag team division.
What makes all of us hate? We're all the same. We roll the dice and we play your game. We complicate, show us the way. Before it's too late and the whole thing breaks. We have a name, we all create. Everything else from mistakes we made. We make a change, we concentrate before we suffocate. Can't hold this in and keep it
Combination of these two competitors looks nearly unstoppable.
There's no denying that this is a tremendous tag team combination. Reminds me of the old APA.
All right, so the return of the AA Hardcore Cruisers, the face team of Aries and Andrew, 6 days after their epic battle at WrestleMania against the Shield, they returned to elimination tag team action in the main event of the New Velocity, taking on an up-and-coming tag team, but definitely an experienced tag team in Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
That's a first. What a move. Definitely
We start off with
for the evening.
I like it.
Aries versus Gargano. Two men familiar with each other in the independent circuit.
Seen and heard tonight. There must be serious injuries.
Okay,
Aries
this
wasting
needs
no
some
time.
serious
He
medical
wants to
attention.
show some velocity.
Yeah, head first.
Body splash from the top rope.
He's certainly showing us something new from his repertoire.
And
That's cool. I like new stuff.
Gargano tags in Ciampa.
Those shots to the body are beginning to take their toll.
Kick to the stomach of Ciampa by Aries.
Watch out.
Now stomping away at the back. Now targeting the arm.
Oh, man. That elbow will knock you silly.
Reversal by Ciampa. Misses with a punch.
He's got him up.
Set out powerbomb by Ciampa. Tags in Gargano. trying to keep each other fresh with the frequent tags earlier in the match is hashtag DIY.
It's going to take a lot more to keep him down.
Enziguri
Well said, Johnny.
by
Now's
Gargano.
the time for one of these guys to take hold of this match.
Stomp to the elbow of Aries. Trying an impressive springboard maneuver but missing is Gargano. Aries uses the ropes to get back up to his feet but eats a fifth by Gargano. And it's going to be another tag for hashtag DIY. In comes Ciampa. But Gargano still in the ring, getting one last shot on Aries.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
I certainly didn't expect to see this kind of damage.
And in comes Andrew. In his mind, the rightful Cruiserweight champion, Stephanie McMahon and TJ Perkins, the winner of the Cruiserweight Classic, and in the mind of the Authority, the Cruiserweight champion. Definitely in disagreement with that. We'll have to see in future velocities how that story unfolds, but Andrew, in his mind, still the ECW Cruiserweight champion.
He's wild in there.
And according to him, the Cruiserweight Championship, the last remnant of the now defunct ECW. And it's yet another tag for hashtag DIY. And now is Johnny Gargano.
Well, that's the first time tonight we've seen that move.
I wouldn't mind seeing it a little more often.
Was thinking about making yet another tag, but elects not to. He wants to take flight here. But with Andrew up to one knee, he'll get back down in the ring.
He may have discovered his favorite move.
You think? He seems to use it often enough.
And misses with a drop kick. Andrew ducks away to avoid a clothesline.
The same after that backbreaker.
And a neck breaker by Andrew, and he goes into a cover.
He's got plenty of gas left in his
And
tank.
a quick power out by Gargano.
Well, I've never seen him do that
Headbutt
before.
by Andrew. Misses with a stomp.
Great counter.
Reversal by Gargano.
This kind of offense he's known for.
Yeah, you're right about that. He's made a name for himself with this.
There it is. Well done.
Just look at this.
What does
You can see
Andrew
the
have in mind
results from
here?
that move.
Taunting Gargano, standing on the
Where
apron,
did this explosion
and connects
of
with a
offense come from?
beautiful
You think it's
springboard
going
drop
like this?
kick.
There are a few better.
For some competitors,
And
part
now
of
the
the
punches
strategy
by
is to
Andrew.
demean their opponent. A move like that says it all.
Yeah, you're just trying to embarrass somebody now.
And now Andrew, single arm and leg lock.
Controlling the body here by controlling the arm. This is not the position you want to be in. And he escapes the hold.
And Gargano breaks the hold. Both men back to their feet now. Huge clothesline by Gargano.
This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount off. Looking to catch him off guard. Quick ref count.
Goes for the cover. Gets about 2.5 before Andrew powers out.
I don't know if we've seen that
Series
from
of,
him before.
series of
Definitely
elbows
a
to the
first
head of
tonight.
Andrew
This
by
is great. This
Gargano.
guy try anything. Great reversal.
And it's a reversal by Andrew.
Oh, I think this man means business. Nobody
Forces
controls that.
Gargano up to his feet, but it's a reversal.
He's got him. What do we got here?
He's certainly showing us something new from his
And a
repertoire.
suplex. Forces Andrew up to his feet.
Nice reversal.
Misses with the clothesline.
You don't see that move every day.
And he goes for cover.
This may be it.
And instantly broken up. May have caught a rope break there. There's Gargano. Aries in the ring now. He's not the legal man, but targeting Gargano. Andrew looking to take flight. Rallying the WWE Universe behind him.
This assault is really testing his mettle here.
Diving crossbody.
Some space or else this thing's
Roundhouse
over.
kick to the back of Gargano.
He's still very much in this thing. I think
And with the Roy knee bar, a new variation of the Roy knee bar added this year to 2K17. Bart Gargano was able to get out fairly quickly. Forces Gargano up to his feet. These two men have been in the ring for quite some time.
He makes the tag.
I believe
My God, his body's been through hell.
Andrew's
His
making
ribs
a tag to
were
Austin Aries, but before that,
And I hope we can get it
stomps in the corner. Now Aries does the same. It's like a new feature for tag teams. And now Andrew tagged back in, and he'll continue with the stomping. So it looks like a nice new tag team feature here for 2K17. I quite like that. Several stomps and then a baseball slide by Austin Aries. And so I believe Andrew broke up Aries' pin on accident. That opens up some offense for Gargano. But Aries is able to reverse.
Somehow, he's
Drop
kicked
kick
into
to the
another
back of
gear
Gargano.
tonight. How much damage did that do? A lot from the looks of
And
it.
Aries
What a deadly submission
with the
from
last
this
chancery.
Let's see a tap out right here. There's no escaping this.
locked in for quite some time. Are we going to see a tap out?
And he fights out
No,
of it.
Gargano
He
was
breaks
able
the
to
hold.
reverse it.
Looks like he's starting to sweat
Hoping to
now.
see
And you have to assume his
someone
partner's
tap
just
out
itching
here,
to
and that
get
would
in
prove
there.
that the submission
What about now?
system in this game actually works. We have yet to see it. We came close there, though.
Yeah, and he's all quick pin. Hey, is this
Gargano
it?
with the cover, and Aries powers out. We saw very frequent tags early on by
There's no way
DIY,
he's gonna be able to stand after that.
and was just about to say, I think Gargano forgot he had a partner, but never mind. In comes Tommaso Ciampa. Who instantly goes for cover.
I don't think so.
And Aries powers out at 2.
He's stopped him. He's
Stomp by Ciampa, who's looking to take flight.
Yeah, look at this hang time. Incredible.
Body splash from the top rope connects to Aries. Ciampa drags to the middle of the ring.
Not a lot of cushion for your face.
Knee
As
to
you
the
can
face
see,
of Aries.
Everything hurts.
No kidding. That's hurting me.
He's starting to stagger.
And
a bit.
reversal.
This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
The truth is, though, he's still very much in control of this matchup.
Yeah, but despite that, he still
Power
appears to be
strip
in
into the
driver's
corner
seat.
by Ciampa.
Wow. He was quick
A
as a
reversal
corpse
by
on that
Aries
one.
looking to take flight.
I don't know if we've seen that from him before. I mean,
And
it's
does with a
definitely
drop
first
kick off the
time.
top
This is
rope.
great. This guy's
Roundhouse by
trying
Aries. Setting up. Likely thinking brainbuster.
Whoa, trying to put him away. Yet another one for the highlight
And
reel.
it connects.
He's fine. He just
Goes
missed
for
the stick.
cover.
He's obviously hoping to end it quickly.
And Ciampa powers out at 2, and now
And now his partner comes
Aries
in.
tags in Andrew. Who instantly goes for a cover.
Look at this. Man,
And
we got a
Ciampa
lot of matchups.
instantly powers
This is what
out.
makes him one of the best in the business.
Forces Ciampa back down to the ground for a series of elbow strikes to the head.
His skull just bounced off the mat.
There's clearly something about his face that he doesn't like.
Yeah, the same way I feel about yours. Just look at this. You can see the results from that move.
And a nice springboard body splash there by Andrew.
Well,
Now going
moves
into
like
mounted
that,
punches.
They're not to win any match. They're just used to send a message.
Yeah, I think this guy's really
Forces
showboating
Ciampa up
now.
to his
He's
feet.
showing no sign. Oh, nice counter.
Reversal by Ciampa.
And he gets the tag.
Andrew tags in Aries. Remember, this is an elimination match. Super kick party. Double super kicks.
Talk about
Aries goes for the cover.
This is it.
And still no elimination in this match. Are we going to see an epic hour-long clash like we've seen in the previous elimination matches we've seen? I believe the only other elimination matches we've had in WITM so far was an elimination match that went nearly an hour between the Hardcore Cruisers and the Usos, which was a victory for the Usos, and the Purity Society versus the Shield, of course, at WrestleMania. Aries reverses a finisher. And now Aries sets up for another of his own, thinking Brainbuster. That would be the second one to connect. But it's a reversal by Ciampa. Reversal by Aries.
Looking at it here. I think this is it.
And Ciampa powers out. We still have yet to see elimination in this match.
Big trouble here. Unless this thing turns around here, this tag team match is all but over.
And by now, you would have expected one of these guys to take control of this match, but it really hasn't happened yet.
Oh, wow. Who would have thought this match would be as evenly contested as it is?
And Aries forces Ciampa in the corner and tags in Andrew.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
Irish whip into the corner by Andrew. Forces Ciampa across the ring into another corner. But it looks like Ciampa was able to reverse with an eye poke or something of that sort. Ciampa now forces Andrew in the center of the ring. Andrew reverses. And goes for a cover.
I think so.
And Ciampa powers out at 2.
And now he goes for it.
Headbutt by Andrew. Roundhouse to the back of Ciampa. Andrew looking to take flight now. I like how, too, they just kind of skip over their opponents now. They want to do a top rope maneuver rather than locking in place against their bodies. Going knee bar locked in. But Ciampa gets out instantly. I wish they could do the same for submissions and pin attempts. Just skip over somebody rather than walking into your own partner and breaking the hold, as Aries just did. What does Andrew have in mind here? Drop kick to Ciampa, whose head was hanging out the apron, and goes for a cover. And was that an elimination? No, the referee says. Andrew wants to take flight again. Body splash. Looking again, it looks like for the single arm and leg lock.
You may have to submit here. Referee asking, this is such a painful hold. Hey!
And he fights out of it. He
And
breaks the hold.
Ciampa is able to break the hold. Both members of the Hardcore Cruisers in the ring, suplexed by Aries. And Gargano looks like he can take it out outside the ring.
That tank of his has to be reading empty.
Andrew and Ciampa still the legal men.
But I still don't see him giving up.
And the knuckles bear down on the
Can you see
forehead
the
of
pressure being
Ciampa.
applied? Yeah, this takes all your stamina out.
Forces Ciampa to the ground with a series of elbows.
High elbow to the face. Wow. He's
And
still
Aries
down
steps
after
down from the tag. Andrew trying to soak up some love from the WWE Universe. As Ciampa slowly gets to his feet. Reversal by Ciampa.
He's in a little bit of trouble now. This tag team
And the
match is dangerous
double
for
knees
both.
to the
To
chest
get out
of Andrew by Ciampa.
Oh, man, this guy's reliance on his
Is Andrew going to be the first eliminated from this match? No, Aries is there to break up the cover.
Boy, he just got laid out.
Ciampa drags Andrew more towards the center of the ring.
He might be trying
Elbow
take
drop
out
to the
lead
leg
here.
of Andrew.
Few superstars are as dominant as this guy.
Andrew reverses.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Come on. Now he just wants that insult to injury.
Yeah, this guy's
And here comes the Andrew stomps. I was just wondering too. I don't remember giving Andrew that move. Well, apparently I did. I was just wondering if I gave Andrew that move or not. Apparently I did. And there's another rolling knee bar.
predicament.
And broken again by Ciampa. He looks like that's the answer to our question. The submission system in this game is still broken. So Andrew's going to set up for a flat line.
Look at this. Could it be? The dark matter.
This is insane.
Can he score the pin?
And that eliminates Ciampa. The one man standing left for hashtag DIY is Gargano, who has been laid out after spear from Aries.
Thank you for tuning in to Raw, the flagship program of WWE.
Back inside now. What a
And
collision.
Gargano returns the favor to Aries, trying to keep him a non-factor
He may be in the
as he
best
tries
physical
to
condition.
even up the odds and turn this into a singles match.
Good grief.
Whoa, and he goes for the cover.
Goes for cover, looking to do that very thing, but Andrew powers out.
He was able to reverse that.
Gargano misses with a drop kick. Bulldog by Andrew. Aries back on the apron now.
I love something. Wait a minute. For the pin. And
Andrew goes for cover. And it's going to be a victory for the AA Hardcore Cruisers.
What makes all of us hate? We're all the same. We roll the dice and we play your game. We complicate, show us the way. Before it's too late and the whole thing breaks. We have a name, we all create. Everything else from mistakes we made. We'll make a change, we'll concentrate before we suffocate. Can't hold this in and keep it quiet any longer.
He gets a victory here tonight. Love it or hate it. That was an incredible match.
An incredible match and a big, big victory. That's a big win right there. Anytime you put another WWE competitor shoulder to the back of a 3 count, you should be proud.
I don't think I saw one member of this Cruiserweight crowd leave their seat during the entire match. And I can't say that I'm all that surprised.
Wow, Aries really knows how to celebrate a victory. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or what, but anyways. Just need to check something on my computer a moment. Alright, I believe our next event is Monday Night Raw. Alright, let's take a look at the card for Monday Night Raw. We'll see if we see Andrew again. We do have Anna, but that will not be a match we'll be airing on WITM. So it looks like we will be simulating this Raw. Good, I was wondering if we had to watch the video package if we were not on the show. SmackDown Live, will we see Corey? We will see Corey in the opening match. Our first match on a main brand show. Well, Velocity I guess would be considered one too. Our first match on Raw or SmackDown. The main brand that, of course, each person is assigned to. Corey, who apparently is locked in a rivalry, is going to be taking on the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, to open up SmackDown Live. So that is going to be our episode 5 match. Until then, this is Corey signing off.